Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 189. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Disclosure Day. It's a new sci-fi drama starring Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth, Coleman Domingo, Eve Hewson, and Elizabeth Marvel. It is directed by Steven Spielberg, one of the greatest directors of all time. Let me see how many of these I can knock out. He has also directed Duel, The Sugarland Express, Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., did he go from E.T. to Temple of Doom? I think he did like some segments of Twilight Zone, the movie, Indiana Jones on the Temple of Doom, The Color Purple, Empire of the Sun, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Always, Hook, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, The Lost World Jurassic Park, Amistad, Saving Private Ryan, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Minority Report, Catch Me If You Can, The Terminal, War of the Worlds, Munich, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Lincoln. Was there anything between Crystal Skull and Lincoln? I don't know. The Adventures of Tintin. Damn, got me. The Adventures of Tintin, Lincoln, Bridge of Spies, The BFG, Ready Player One. The Post was before Ready Player One, then Ready Player One, then West Side Story, then The Fabelmans, and here we are. Josh O'Connor works for an agency who is trying to keep secrets in-house that he and Coleman Domingo have decided the world should know. And Emily Blunt just knows things and shares a link with Josh O'Connor. Not a link, but like they have similarities. They have things in common. And she gets in on the exposing of these secrets. And these secrets are that aliens do exist. One of, like, whenever all this was announced, new Spielberg, Alien, whatever, 2026, I was hyped, I was in. Steven Spielberg has made 5 alien-centric movies, and they are all, even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they are all different levels of good. And I was not disappointed. It's like there's tension from start to finish. Great performances, great story. I was never bored. Is it his last? Amazing score by John Williams. And Spielberg in interviews recently has said that this is the unofficial third chapter of like his Do Aliens Exist trilogy. Close Encounters, E.T., and Disclosure Day. It's not a real trilogy. Like there were rumors recently that this was gonna be like a prequel to Close Encounters. It's not. It's its own thing. They all three stand alone on their own, and I think they are all three great. Wyatt Russell is in this. Wyatt Russell and Eve Hewson are like the opposites in what you want in a partner. Eve Hewson like was listening to Josh O'Connor, and he did like provide proof. He didn't just say wild shit and she just rolled with it. He provided proof and she was down. Wyatt Russell was just trying to, I guess he had the best of intentions in his own way too, but he was just trying to get Emily Blunt back to the hospital. And she was saying things, true things, not just making shit up. And he just wasn't like buying it. It's just, you just have to see it. And Colin Firth worked for the agency, but he was using what he was discovering to his own benefit. There was some wild shit, like he could like he could get a mental link with somebody and can control them. And again, like that adds to the tension. And Coleman Domingo, like I'm saying, like 10 years ago, this dude was just like another character on Fear the Walking Dead. And now he's like arguably like one of my favorite, if not just one of the best working actors. Like he kills it in everything he's in. Like it's crazy. I just like, I'm excited. Like between me and you, like I have a new favorite movie this year. And I've thought about that shit too. In like the past few years, I feel like animation was like all over my top 10. In the last couple years, horror has been all over my top 10. And this year, I feel like sci-fi is like the genre that's just owning my favorite movies of the year. Yeah, man, just another banger from Spielberg. Again, like I said, one of the best directors of all time. Great acting, great story. It makes you think. And that's the thing, like if you've seen any of the marketing, you know this movie is about disclosing evidence that aliens are on Earth. And they hit it from a religious point of view too. I believe in God. I believe that God created Earth. I believe that God created man. So I believe that God created all 9 planets. And I am not arrogant to the point that I feel like this is the only planet with life on it. I feel like life is on other planets. I don't know about every planet. Nobody knows. But there is other beings. There are other minds on other planets in the universe, in the galaxy, whatever. So it's like if I woke up tomorrow and, hey guys, here's an alien body. We've been keeping it underground in New Mexico, in DC, under the Pentagon, under the Pentagon, and this is it. Surprise. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. But it's not unexpected. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody has their own what they feel is true. And this is what I feel is true. And this movie made me look at it like how I've always felt. And I hope that this movie makes everybody like ponder like man, like this is what I've always thought. So if I was put into these shoes, this is how I might react. And it's like the reaction of the characters was interesting, and it was different for every character. And I feel like the ending is where people are going to divide. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. So with all that being said, I will say that in my opinion, Disclosure Day is almost dope as fuck. Have you seen Disclosure Day, man? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I recently put up reviews for Masters of the Universe, for Scary Movie. Next weekend, the plan is to watch and review Toy Story 5. Is the weekend after that Supergirl and Jackass? Reckley Podcast. It was just me and Rocket. We talked about Steven Spielberg, like a Disclosure Day prep. You know what I mean? So check that out. Be on the lookout. We're gonna do a third quarter preview next episode. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.